Peace be with you. Assalamu alaikum. Thank you for joining me for this continuing series on 30 reasons for being Muslim. Today, the reason I want to explore with you is that Islam welcomes all people, regardless of race or social status. And this makes a lot of difference because it means that Islam is an open system, allowing everyone to enter. It's not a closed system that excludes some people, and it brings everyone together from various races, from various social strata of society. It brings together the rich and the poor, the rulers and the governed, and everybody can be part of one universalizing system. Now, if we step back from Islam for a moment, we will see that there are problems out there. Humankind in general, we humans are creatures of a social nature. We want to have groups. We want to be with other people and connect and so on. But sometimes the connectivity is such and the groupings are such that we have group against group, gang versus gang, tribe versus tribe, one nation versus another nation. And even within a nation, you have political factions, you have Republicans versus Democrats, and so on. And, even religions can divide people. You have Protestants versus Catholics, and you have Sunnis versus Shias. So no one religion or no one system can unify all people, but coming to Islam as a solution, it's clear that Islam, both in its theory and its practice, comes close to unifying people as close as this is possible. First of all, in terms of theory, what Muslims believe will bring people together regardless of race and color and social strata, because we find that, first of all, Islam believes in God, who is beyond race. God does not have a particular race, but actually He is the God of people of all races. We think about the gender divide, but God is not gendered in Islam. So He is above all gender, but He is the creator of all people, of all genders. And so we can find in God this unifying principle. And He is the one God of the rich, of the poor, of all factions that are out there. And now, in terms of practice, we see that Islam in its practices has this unifying tendency, overlooking race and color and so on. So the leader of prayer in a mosque, or the leader of Muslims in general, could be a person of color, could be a black person. We see that within the lifetime of the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, he appointed Osama bin Zayed as the leader of a Muslim army, and he commanded them all to obey their leader, and he said that as a general principle. In the Quran, God celebrates the fact that we are of diverse colors, and in the 30th chapter of the Quran, in the 22nd verse, God says that from among His signs is that He created you of different colors, speaking different languages. And so if God wanted, He could have made us all look alike, but God, in His majesty and glory, has made us in this diverse and multicolored humanity as we are. And He tells us in a nutshell that the most honourable among us in the sight of God are those who are more conscious of God. And that doesn't depend on color. It depends on what's in the inner person, whether that person is connected with God or not. And the verse I was referring to is in Surah 49, is verse number 13. And so we see that there is this universalizing tendency in Islam. It gives Muslims a good feeling knowing that we welcome people of all colors and of all social strata. In the practices of Islam as well, we see a manifestation of this. When we line up for prayer, people line up side by side. You could have, a person who is the king right next to a person who is a subject. You have the ruler and you have the ordinary citizen lining up side by side in the prayer without a distinction. The only one who stands apart is the one who is leading the prayer, and that usually is the person who has learned much more of the Quran, a position which is open to all and sundry. Anyone. You can have an ordinary Muslim who has memorized the entire Quran, and one who knows, of course, the principles and the practices of the religion, who can be trusted to lead the community in this communal prayer. But it's not the king necessarily who leads the prayer, you see? And that means that Islam has this egalitarianism about it, welcoming people of all races and social strata. Now, what does this mean for us and for the world? First of all, for us as individuals, it gives us a good feeling. It means that Muslims can proudly assert that whereas, in our modern world, people are concerned about religious teachings that may be backward, that may belong to a previous era and has no relevance in our modern world, a Muslim can feel proud and happy that, yes, this religion teaches us to be egalitarian, to welcome people, and to be inclusive, to respect all people regardless of race or social strata. It teaches us to be kind to our parents, especially elderly parents. It teaches us to be kind to orphans and to people in need. It makes sure that the rich will be of benefit to the poor, not to benefit from the poor, and so on. Now, in terms of making the world a better place, definitely this teaching helps us in that now it will make sure that people are treated equally as human beings, as they deserve to be treated, not as second-class citizens, but each one deserving that love and respect and honor that God has given, as the Quran says, to all of the children of Adam. It makes us want to respect people of color. And in a modern world in which some have found it necessary to emphasize that Black Lives Matter, Muslims can support a movement like that and a call like that, because we know that Black Lives Matter. And the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, had one of his beloved companions, the Bilal, who is beloved to all Muslims to this day. We, as Muslims, can be proud that this is a good reason for being a Muslim. So, to sum up, Islam welcomes people of all races and all colors and all social strata. Does this present a good reason for being Muslim? You bet. So thank you for joining me for this discussion today. Tomorrow we'll look at another one of our 30 reasons for being Muslim. Peace be with you. Assalamu alaikum.
Tired of seeing how Muslims are depicted in media? You can help. Support Muslim Media Hub, the first of its kind to empower young Muslims to create content for film, TV, and social media. Visit our website, QuranSpeaks.com, and donate.